That's not Dream of Genie. Wait.
Yeah.
Come on, season 6. Let's get sick, man.
Alright, cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
Hey, YouTube. Pink ladies, T-birds, just so happen to be watchers of my shit family. I'm here. Let me scoot up so I can kiki with y'all a little closer. And I'm here to do Season 6, Episode 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race RuVealed. So, just to give you a full in of the look, darling, this episode was the episode where the main challenge was fashion inspired by a television show. So I'm giving you a little bewitched realness. Yeah. In my own way. Oh, y'all didn't get to check, peep the shoes. Okay, there you go. I'm trying to get up. Oh, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do that. Let me give y'all a little taste of the full ensemble. Now, only 7 girls. So we have Adore Delano, Ben De La Creme, Gia Gunn, Laganja Estranja, April Carrion, Kelly Mantle, and Vivacious. Now, let's get into these entrances. This was the season, looking back, and I could be wrong, but this is the season where I started seeing the shady editing became very apparent to me. And now after watching Season 6, Season 7, Season 8, and All Stars, now going back to watch this, the shit is so fucking clear to me now. It's hilarious. I'm going to go ahead and put a link up because I did actually review this episode. I did not watch my review. So it's going to be very interesting to see if I still have the same viewpoint as when this episode first aired to now. Okay, so what we have is Adore comes out in this red outfit and this green wig. Adore has come such a long way. Bitch, she was polished remover because she wasn't polished. No, bitch, you was just an artificial stick-on nail because you wasn't polished. Because goddamn, Adore used to be a mess. Her personality was great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I would love to party with Adore, but she was a hot mess. Let's just keep it 100. She was a hot mess this entire episode. Ben De La Creme, I love. Terminally delightful Ben De La Creme. She was one of the people, like, I'm really surprised that she wasn't on All Stars. Just looking back, I remember, like, people were outraged that she didn't even make the top 4. Spoiler alert. Ooh, shit. Spoiler alert, but it is RuVealed. Season's already out, so sorry about it. Gia Gunn, I loved. Let's talk about coming in with the reveal and being fresh tilapia. Now, I did live for her entrance. However, you revealed the bathing suit, girl. Like, you was trying to give me Roxy Andrews and you was giving me Instagram model. Like, it was the reveal, the big giant purse, the storyline behind it. For those of y'all, my pink ladies, my T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. Y'all know a bitch love a good high pony, baby. Love a good fake high pony. Love one. So, you know, I was looking for that big, long ponytail. But the reveal was actually lackluster. What she had on in the challenge, the mini challenge, was actually better. Now, if she would have came out and revealed that, I'd have been okay. Laganja Estranja. Girl, I love me some Laganja Estranja. I really, really do. She retweet me sometimes because I talk about her kind of a lot. Like, I live for her. I wanted her to be on. She was another one. Like, maybe in All Stars 3, I hope they get Laganja or even just bring her back for a season like they did Shangela, because I really liked Laganja. But bitch, she was faker than Michelle Visage's tits, no lie. But when she came out, I love a dancing queen. And that bitch hit that death drop like I was Team Laganja from jump with that in the first episode. I know that's not going to change in my review because like I was fucking living for Laganja Estranja, honey. April Carry-On and this like Girl Scout paratrooper thing. Like I lived. We already know up until really Candy Ho, the Puerto Rican girls, when they come from Puerto Rico, they slay the fashion game. They slay. They slay. April Carry-On, no exception, as you will see when we get to the main stage. Kelly Mantle, you should have left that outfit on the mantle. Even when she came in, but like I said, now looking back, and I know I'm like, oh, y'all come in knowing that it's going to be a catchphrase and everything. Like, I'm hip now. So I'm like, oh, you just wasn't clever enough to come up with nothing like, woo, you're ready to rock and roll? Like, no, I'm not. And then Vivacious, the birth of Ornacia. And that reveal, and that shit got stuck. Because y'all know if that reveal would have came off smooth, that shit would have been everything. So yeah, so that was our 7, and that was the gag, that it was only 7 of them. Not so much of a gag, didn't work so great, never did it again. So, you know, Laganja won. Her picture was sickening, but April Carry-On's picture was dope too. Absolutely. I never liked that one. But how was she though? When she was pulling out them outfits, I still fucking say that. I still say that. So, the main challenge again was they had these boxes of stuff that were stuff relating to a TV show. And because Laganja won the mini challenge, she was able to assign it. Excuse me. And here's how that went down. So, Laganja gave herself Dancing with the Stars, of course, because she's a dancer. Why was she not? She gave April Carry-On Duck Dynasty based on her entrance look. April Carry-On was not pleased, but with the girls not knowing each other, I feel like Laganja really gave everybody, you know, I really think she gave everybody the one they should have had. Based off what she, you know, based off of the entrance. So she gave her Duck Dynasty. She gave Gia Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She gave Vivacious Game of Thrones. Adore Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Kelly Mantle Downton Abbey. And Ben de la Creme the Golden Girls. Like, I really think she gave everybody the right box. Based on, like, of course now, because, again, this is RuVealed, so this season already aired. Now I'm seeing, like, well, no. But based on how they came in, I think she nailed everybody. One thing I want to say, and this is, I don't want this to start being the conspiracy theory on RuPaul's Drag Race show. But one thing I'm gonna say right now, like I see the favoritism in this episode already. So they're going around to all the girls, like they do in the workroom. Let me see what your process is. What are you thinking about doing for the runway? Blah, 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 etc. They get to April Carry-On, who was not pleased with her box. She definitely has the butcher's box. She definitely has the ugliest fabric. So they had these camouflage pants in there. Now y'all put them in there. Y'all put them in the fucking box. So she's like, okay, I'm thinking about taking this pants and tailoring it and making it a high-waisted pant to make it more high fashion. And RuPaul, like, basically read her down for wearing pants on the runway. But check this out. And for those of y'all that have not watched all the season of RuPaul's Drag Race, spoiler alert. So, we just had an All-Stars fucking Pants on the Runway challenge, in which the person that won that fucking runway had on not the cutest look on there. I'm thinking about season 7 where the person you crowned the winner on the finale had on high-waisted pants and a bedazzled fucking bralette. It was fierce, but she had on a high-waisted tailored pant. Jumping ahead, because I do remember Drag Race, jumping ahead, the person that wins the second episode of this very season won wearing pants. I mean, won the challenge. The person who's going to win next week wears pants. So I kind of felt a little bit some sort of way about that. Enough that I specifically wrote a note about that. So we got Mike Ruiz, who is the photographer. What happened to him? He must have said something bad about Ru, because I ain't seen his ass, I don't think, since. And he used to be on every season. He was always the photographer. I remember that. Adam Lambert, who I hated on American Idol, but absolutely fucking love now. Like, I fucking love Adam Lambert. My heart is a ghost town. Santino Rice, who I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I didn't like as a judge, but it was the same thing with American Idol when I did actually used to watch American Idol. I couldn't stand Simon a lot of the time, but I pretty much always agreed with him. So it's gonna be really fucking interesting to go back and watch the dynamic between Michelle and Santino Rice, because you're gonna watch this shit and I already see it coming. I'm like, Michelle is not gonna be as harsh as what she is now because Santino was the meanie. Santino was the big bad. Okay, so let's talk about these runway looks, because after all, this is what we're here for. This is what we came for. This is where I live. So we have the first one out was Gia Gunn. Loved the hair. Wasn't nothing spectacular about the outfit, but let's keep in mind, you know, back in the day when the first episode was always a creative outfit out of nothing challenge, which I did not participate in. Like, I did not make this dress for this fucking review. Trust. But, I mean, it was cute. It was cute. It was basic. It wasn't nothing right home about. I did love the booties because obviously, like, girl, I love a good fucking sequin shoe. Obvi. I love a sequin shoe. I love a rhinestone shoe. So I liked the booty. I thought it was cute. Didn't quite agree with Michelle. Like, it cuts your leg off. That's fashion, baby. That was a stallion. Next person was April Carry-On. And when I tell you, bitch, I told you she was in my top 2 of the week. This shit that she made with, like, the hunting shit on the shoulders, and she had layered the colors, and then she had took one of them ugly ass shirts and cut them bitches into strips like fringe, had them hanging down, and then she had like this brown dress that was made out of tarp, and I don't know what them metal things was. I'm sure it's something that has to do with hunting. I don't know if it was like something to go in the duck whistle, but she had made that long necklace with them big silver metal pieces. I could have did without her dragging the duck, but I understood why she did it, because the way I interpreted the challenge is kind of the way that I feel like she did, which was like, yes, I'm going to make this couture outfit, but it's supposed to be based on the TV show, not just because this is the material I have. So she drove the duck out. I feel like most of the people missed the mark on that altogether. So I could be wrong, but I interpreted it the way April did, and I think that's why she was dragging that duck with her. She also had duck feathers in her hair. Yeah, I liked it. I really enjoyed April's look. I really did. That was drag. That was everything. She had them big block sunglasses on. Gave you the reveal. I dug it. We got Laganja Estranja. Now, something I want to say. I love the waist up. I hate it from the waist down. Couple different things. One, they showed a quick clip of her in the workroom, and I don't know if on the stage you can really tell, but that bitch deconstructed a disco ball and took the little mirror pieces and put it on a corset. That was fucking sickening. Had it been on a queen that really sewed and really did something, I think that look probably could have been a winning look had it been styled a lot differently. But that mirror ball corset was fucking everything. She took a tutu and basically made it into a Elizabethan collar. And then she had like the Queen of the Night headpiece that I believe she also made at a disco ball and sequins and stuff. Because she had Dancing with the Stars. She had a lot of like sequin material, feather boas, tulle, tutu. Like she really gave herself a really good box. I think had you given it to somebody that could really make a garment, that box would have been the best box to get. But, you know, everybody's not a sewer. But the bottom, girl, just a black panty and threw some material on for a train, no. No. No, 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 no. And it's a girl to do it every fucking season. But anyway, and then my other thing with Laganja, and I understand she's a dancing queen. But so is Kennedy Davenport. And so is Chi Chi DeVane. And so were a lot of people before you. The wedges. Now, I personally, as a real girl, love a good fucking wedge. But if you are trying to turn a couture look on RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm going to need you to go with a full fucking heel. But from the top up, two. From the bottom down, no. And I agree with Santino. I thought with the hair, with the headpiece, I think that maybe I wouldn't have done, I probably would have done a shorter wig with that headpiece and the Elizabethan collar. But she did a black wig and it blended in. And I agree with Santino. I kind of really actually liked what it looked like. Kelly Mantle. Okay, the wig was terrible. The wig was terrible. The wig was god-awful. Cheap wig, but the construction of the garment and the garment was not as bad as what they were making it out to be. Again, that's where his favoritism comes in. Vivacious. I didn't hate Vivacious either. Like, they were like, it looks like your dress is unfinished. I'm like, it could have been longer. But I see what she was doing. She was making that bottom panel sheer on purpose. So it wasn't like, but I mean, even that could have been longer. But they were saying it looks like it's unfinished and you ran out of material. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think she just was making the bottom of it sheer. But, okay, I think she also took it like April Carey On, like I took it, like it was supposed to have something to do with the show. So she, you know, she had on the platinum blonde wig. I felt like that was a nod to Khaleesi. She had the crown on. It was, you know, Game of Thrones. She had the black feathers here and the crow on her arm. What's the problem? Adore Delano. And if y'all watch my reviews, I bring up Adore a lot because I always said Adore was a hot mess and I have no idea how the fuck they had her in the top 3. Because she should have been gone this episode. Well, I shouldn't say she should have been gone because you had lipstick for your life. But, bitch, that outfit was terrible. That wig was a shake and go wig too. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't shake and go. It was Party City. Love the big fucking bow because I just love a big fucking bow. Love the big sparkly pink bow and love the big pink sparkly shoes because she had on my fucking shoes. Don't keep showing my shoes. She had on my shoes, so, you know, I was living for that. But that outfit, no, she should have been in the bottom too. Safe, fuck no. Hell no. Hell no. And then, of course, Ben de la Creme, who won. It was everything. And the fact that that shit was made out of hot glue made me step my motherfucking pussy up. I'm like, you can make that out of hot glue? Bitch, I need to step my cosplay all the way up. Because if you made a whole fucking outfit out of hot glue, I need to come correct. I need to come way better than this. So, Ben de la Creme won. So, anyway, I'm going to have to wrap this up because I got some hella fire editing to do. And, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. And I do want to thank you for watching my recap of RuVealed. Deuces.